What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, back with a very special production. Today, we're going to be taking a look at every comic I've made up to this date. So, starting in 2021, and the most recent project finishing about last week, 2025, March, as the recording of this video. So, what we're going to do is go like so. And we're just going to dive into this, man. We're going to start it off all the way back from the OG, Filthy Ralph, issue 1. Of course, we've got featuring Ralph, Susan, and Booze. Now, right off the bat, this is an EC homage, obviously, for people that may not know what that is. If you've seen Tales from the Crypt, it's based on a comic from back in the day called, Tales from the Crypt. There was Vault of Horror, Haunt of Fear. There was a bunch of other sort of non-horror related titles. But this cover right here, I can start off by saying I am proud of it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember the joy I had when I finished this up. But right away, I got to point out, looking at Filthy Ralph without a cigarette in his mouth, I don't even know what the fuck to say about that. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I would change on this cover right now, but it is what it is, and despite what the comics turned into, I'm still very proud of this one. So let's take a look. And by the way, before I start this off, if you're under the age of 18, you might not want to watch this because it's pretty fucking filthy language in this shit. So let's dive into Filthy Ralph number 1. Filthy Ralph issue 1. Elevator Bloodbath, created by Ricky Paradis, Video Homicide, 18 plus adults only. So here we have Filthy Ralph in Elevator Bloodbath. Out front of the liquor store, Susan walks by while Ralph pisses in the alley. Little old Susan boards the elevator to her apartment in the Appleton Housing Projects. She cannot wait to pour a nice cup of hot tea to go with her bath. Suddenly, the door is propped open by a filthy, disgusting man smelling of gasoline and piss. Sorry, dear, I didn't hear you walking through the hallway. Otherwise, I would have held the door. Emergency stop. Crash. Smash. Quickly, the stench of malt liquor filled the small elevator. Susan has no idea as to what is about to happen to her on this cool fall evening. Poor old Susan. Oh my goodness gracious, what are you doing? Please let me go. I feel half sick. Before Susan knew it, she was face to face with a scab-covered cock. The cocaine and hash was coursing through Ralph's veins, creating a devilish glaze in his eyes. I actually turned this panel into a sticker. Suck me dry! Raping an old blind cunt in an elevator is number 36 on my bucket list. What a lucky day for old Ralph. And to think, I was just going to jerk off on the bus. She clutches across. This is a drawing I did of Ozzy Osbourne based off a photo of him taking a dump. Ha ha ha. When I'm done face fucking you, I'm going to use that cross of yours as a tool in my filthy double penetration. She fucking jabs him right in the eye. You rotten whore. That's my good eye. How am I going to see all the hot snatch that comes in and out of this place? I'm going to need an eye patch for Christ's sake. She pulls out her pistol. Another drawing there. This is actually based on a Japanese legend of like a ghost that comes out of a well. You bitch, what the Christ... what the hell is wrong with you? Sorry. You bitch, what the hell is wrong with this motherfucking button? Jesus H. Christ, can't I catch a break? If I didn't know you were going to play hard to get, I would have just stayed at the playground. The sound of Ralph's screaming was amplified due to the metal walls inside the elevator. He failed to hear Susan cocking back the hammer of her Saturday night special. Oh, fuck. This copy's like never been opened. You sick, perverted scoundrel. My grandson is the head of the Purple Demons. Do you think he would let me roam around this funky town without a peace? Looks like you're the one that's about to be face-fucked, young man. I know what you're thinking. How could old Ralph let this would-be rape victim get the best of him? Well, let me tell you, this ain't the end of me. I don't care if I gotta make a deal with the devil. I'll be back for this broad. Until then, I'll just be a dead guy and plot how I'm gonna get my filthy, rotten revenge. Last breath. And there he goes. He gets loaded into the elevator, into the morgue, and into the grave. 2 winters after the bloodbath in the elevator, Filthy Ralph's body laid rotting in the earth no more, brought back via voodoo magic. He fought through the worms and the dirt, back into the crime-infested city he once called home. To be continued. So, right off the bat, that's the end of this comic. Issue 1. One thing I would change about this, if I could go back, is definitely use, hand-drawn font. I fucking hate computer font in comics. I just feel like it's, I don't know, I do not like it. So issue 1, still enjoy it, still a fucking riot. The next issue right here features a cover that is an homage to City of the Living Dead, also known as The Gates of Hell, Lucio Fulci film, phenomenal flick. Fun fact, when I was drawing this, I was actually working with a guy named Ralph, who was like this old fucking black veteran dude who's like a big, he's a big dude. And I remember I was drawing this and he was like, Filthy Ralph. And I was like, dude, I can assure you this is not about you. This is a fucking comic. And then I gave him a copy of issue 1, and he thought it was pretty funny. So it's a step up. I definitely think it's a step up in terms of quality in the art department, and you'll sort of see a different approach that I took with issue 2 here. So issue 2 I did entirely on like with this one right here, every panel was done separately on a different page, like a different piece of paper, whereas this, every panel is on one piece of paper. So Videohomicide presents Filthy Demon. Somewhere in hell, sitting at the fucking Rippers. Another night at Rodney's Rippers. It's the best demon snatch bar in town. When I was a kid, my dad would bring me here and I would watch him shoot dice with the demons from East Hell. One night a fella came into the bar. Said his name was Ralph. He's got like 666 in his hand. Most folk were pretty frightened. Jesus Christ, I'm so stoned doing this. Most folk were pretty frightened when they would show up in town. Ralph wasn't. He fit right in. My dad and Ralph really hit it off. They would play cards, smoke hell dope, even go fishing. That's one of my favorite panels or shots of Ralph with like the fishing hat, fishing with the demon. One day, the hell cops came looking for Ralph. They claimed he raped a hell slut. Listen up, pal. You know this broad with like just a photo of an ass? Do I know her? Of fucking course I know her. How could I forget an ass like that? Well, she wants you to know that you're a no good filthy demon. She asked us hell cops to personally deliver this, so he's got a hell fudge sundae, a single smoke, and a shot of liquor for his deeds in the bedroom. It was safe to say that our old pal Ralph was home. One day he took me to the movies. Let's grab some snacks, Junior. One thing I gotta point out is like this is the old style of me doing Ralph's hair with just like the single lines. Get the kid some nachos. He's like in the movie watching The Shining. And this panel looks like that because I fucked it up. I blacked it out and I just went over it with a jelly roll, I think. I couldn't believe Ralph had never seen The Shining, but when it got to the scene with the bloody elevator, big tough Ralph looked terrified. Afterwards, it took like 2 ounces of hell coke to calm Ralph down. On Satan's birthday, Ralph took the blood oath and joined my father's gang. I forgot. I love that panel right there, dude. One night at Hell Video. Welcome to Hell Video. We have the latest in demon porno, grindhouse classics, and cartoons. I'm looking for Rotten Cunt. It's a porno from the 90s, you know? Rotten Cunt. I haven't read this in so long. Fucking a man with good taste. I have a copy in the back. One sec, I'll grab it. Actually, I just reused the panel like this in the Beavis and Butthead comic. Click. The door gets locked. Rotten Cunt. We need to talk, Ralph. Do I know you, friend? No, but I know you. I know you are here and who sent you. I know why you're here and who sent you. How would you like to get even with that cunt who killed you? Death. I would like that a lot. One thing I gotta point out, this little Cannibal Holocaust poster, I love that. Is that like even in focus? I think it is. Hope for the best. Over here, Cunt 3, Zombie, The Killer, Demons, Dracula, Shogun Assassin, Pissy Pussy. Like, what the fuck? I basically was just trying to get, like, my buddies to laugh when they read this, when they read such fucked up stuff. That bitch that sent you here, she's been found living on the top floor of a building she killed you in. Her grandson is locked up and he left her in charge of the purple demons. She has a book. I want it. You bring it to me and you can run East Hell. The Appleton Projects is a fucking fortress, armed with heavies, surveillance. Take 'em out. This coke is mixed with ground demon horns. It will heal you if wounded. I spoke with one of my witches. She will help get you Earthside. This right here was the first page I did of this comic. And I'm still really proud of this page. Like just this alone, I think is probably the best page in the whole comic. So like Filthy Ralph's grave, she's doing the Ouija board, doing all these potions. Sex offender shot. Like, offbeat oil, demon blood, venom. I dig it. Back at the Rippers. That's when Ralph took off. I knew I would see him again. The question is when, where, and how coked up will he be? So let's raise our drinks to the filthy demon, Ralph. Filthy Ralph and Road to Revenge. So this would technically be issue 3, which I have started, but it's been a while. I'd have to redo everything because even Ralph has done it in an older style. But just for a frame of reference, like 2021, I did the first issue, then 2023 was the second. All right, moving along, we're going to get into the strips, which were just one-pagers. So this is Filthy Ralph Collected Strips Volume 1 is what I call it. Sort of an homage to the Bronze Age of Marvel Comics with like the header at the top and, you know, the little panel right here. I actually really like the way that turned out. So this is all colored. I think that this might have been colored with Prismacolor pencil crayons, but it might have just been shitty fucking dollar store ones. I don't know. It's definitely been adjusted on my editing software, but let's take a look. So right off the bat, Filthy Ralph Collected Strips Volume 1, created by Ricky Paradis, printed in London, Ontario, 2023. So this was made the same year as issue 2. So this is obviously a, well, not obviously if you've not seen it, but Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. This is an homage to that. Starting off with Hypodermic Fun, which is a controversial page to put on the first, you know, as soon as you open the book, you're seeing such a trigger word right there. But I'm going to be reading, I'm reading this, and it's Sticks and Stones, love, so take it. It's a cartoon, so relax. Hypodermic Fun. Don't worry about your buddy. He's just overdosing. Little faggot can't handle his smack. Anyways, jab this bad boy into the side of your cock, Bart, dude. Ay caramba. Another Ricky P comic to make you vomit. I gotta shout out my buddy John. He was he actually he's the one that was like, oh, you should draw Millhouse laying in a pile of trash. Like, cause I'd drawn these two, and I was like, what should I put there? He's like, you gotta put Millhouse laying in a pile of trash. So shout out to Johnny. Filthy Ralph starring in Ice Cream Funnies. My ex-wife used this razor to kill herself. I wiped most of the moldy blood off. Here you go, sweetheart. Golly gee, mister, that's an awful lot of candy on my cone. Thank you. That's not candy. That's nearly an entire script of hydromorphs. Another Ricky P comic to make you vomit. Filthy Ralph and Death raid the 25-cent bins. Sort of an homage to cartoonist kayfabe, of course, with Read More Fucking Comics. Ralph reading Mad, Death reading Heavy Metal. And down here you sort of get, you know, Crumb and Corbin, Kurtzman and Kirby, Piskor and Rugg, another Ricky P comic to make you vomit. Got to show love to the people that came before you and inspired you and stuff. Filthy Ralph gets the death penalty. Thanks for the smoke, Bruce, and no hard feelings. I did kill those nuns. It was nice doing coke with you, pal. Besides, they were whores. The fucking cop is like drinking liquor, lighting up his smoke and all that. One thing that's fucked up on this, and I remember I had a problem, was doing this chair. So if you look at this chair, it doesn't really make sense. But, I mean, if you just kind of look at it, it does. But this is my favorite one in here, I think. We got Dirty Comics. Filthy Ralph rents a tape. Ralph, you got to start rewinding these fucking tapes before you return them. Last time you returned Bambi, you put a copy of Cannibal Holocaust in the case, and you left an entire sheet of acid in Shrek. For Christ's sakes, Hector, cut me a break. I've been renting videos off your old man since you were still in Tijuana selling popcorn out front of your mom's old whorehouse. Look, here's $4. Fuck. Again with the old school hair on Ralph. This is sort of just like a one-pager with no words, really. Your favorite little Filthy Ralph, your favorite little homicidal sex offender. He's like eating a burger, reading a comic with like the voodoo doll advertisement. He gets it, pours a bunch of LSD, sticks it with fucking needle and all that, and now he's fucked. I love that. Old Dirty Bastard and Filthy Ralph. All right, my dirty friend, after this blunt, we're gonna rob the liquor store. I want to see blood, whether it's period blood or busting your fucking face some blood. So if you're a fan of the Old Dirty Bastard album, Return to 36 Chambers, that you might get that reference. This was the first one that I drew out of these one-pagers. So we got, hey boys and girls, today I'm going to show you where old Phil. Hey boys and girls, today I'm going to show you where old Ralphie boy works. I'm also collecting welfare, so so don't tell a cop. My grandpa opened up this slaughterhouse in 1964. He was a drunk pervert. Kids loved him. I give these little fuckers a dirty squirt of LSD before I send them to Satan. Don't worry, my stoned amigo. In just a few seconds, you'll be blended into a fine paste. And then this drawing was like my favorite thing I drew up to this point. I like the fingernails, everything looks pretty cool on that one. There it is with my Mickey Mouse drawing. Okay, so moving on to the collected strips number 2. This is obviously, or not obviously if you don't know, but the magazine, the horror magazine Fangoria. This is an homage to that magazine. And this one is all horror movie parodies. So, got Ralph hanging out with a demon, pissing on the fucking Pope's grave. House of a Thousand Corpses. God damn it, boy, you sure love my fried chicken. I also love a good old family of cannibalistic sex addicts who torture kids. I think you should meet Dr. Satan. All the little fun stuff. Shout out to Mood 616 right there. Dawn of the Dead. Hey pal, do you know where I can find the methadone clinic? Ah, floor 6? Right on, thanks. Ah, smokes? Nah, man, this is my last one till check day. Ah. Hellraiser. No fucking way, Ralph, you prick. You know we banned your filthy ass from hell during the PCP drought of back in 92? Oh, come on, man, I only started that bar fight because I was having angel dust withdrawals. And you promised me all that good pleasure? Bogus. Takes more than a meat hook through my cock to make me come. Explicit. Videodrome, of course. All I wanted was to order me some tacos and watch a fucking porno on pay-per-view. Now I'm being robbed at gunpoint by a softcore snuff show. There's more explicit violence and nudity on the tape of my 4th birthday party. VHS player, New Flesh. The Exorcist. Jesus Christ, oh hell. Come on, you whore. These damn child-proof pill bottles. Could you help an old altar boy, father? If you're the devil, why not make the lid disappear? What the hell, hand them over. Psycho. You don't look like the girl in the picture. Hell, you kind of look like the guy. Don't worry, pal. I'll fuck anything with a pulse. Wait a sec. You're that prick that checked me into the motel. What the fuck did you put in those sandwiches and milk? I'm shitting through the eye of a needle. Demons. Oh, for cunt's sake, I forgot to bring my needle. Excuse me, mister, can you pass me that one from under your seat? Shut the fuck up, this is my favorite scene. Chong is gonna smoke a cockroach. He's talking about that. So obviously they're watching Cheech and Chong's next movie, which I love. Godzilla. Who in the sweet love of fuck took a creamy shit in the Godzilla suit? Oh wait, it was me. I love all this like graffiti on the water tower and all this. Drawing of Fulci Zombie there. This is the malt liquor. Boozehound malt liquor is like the beer I've created for my comic book universe. Moving on. So after I did those, I did Blood Drunk, which is actually a silent comic other than one word. So we'll just take a look. Actually dedicated this to my wife. Nice, beautiful sunrise through the cemetery, and then he kicks a bottle, and Ralph is like, "What the fuck?" If you can translate Japanese, one of these says Arch Stanton, and or as close as translation I could get off Google, and the other one says unknown. So in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, the gold is buried in the grave marked unknown next to Arch Stanton. That says motherfucker, or whatever they translate. It could say fucking soy sauce for all I know. Offers him the booze. Really like the way this came out. In the red, like the color version, there's red where there's blood. But, yeah, this was definitely fun. This was a lot of stippling, man. I did a lot of dot works. My wrists were fucked. I took like a month-long break when I was making this comic. Because I was also doing it on like pretty big pages, like 12 by like 9 or something. That's blood drunk. Did this on mushrooms. I did a few skull and crossbones when I was on mushrooms, like different trips. So then the next comic that I did, I've actually done a live reading, or I've done a reading before. So little Filthy Ralph and Little Ricky and Pawn Shop Funnies. Now look, Ricky, I know you love your Game Boy, but not as much as your Uncle Ralph loves smack. Hey, don't worry, I'll get it back for you when my welfare check is out. What do you got for me today, Ralph? Broken watch, phony Jordan rookie card, nephew's Game Boy. Jesus Christ, don't you have a fucking heart selling the kid's video? No Baptist sermons, all right. He'll get it back on the 1st. I'll give you $60 for it. $60? His grandma just paid $140 for it on his birthday. Out front of Ralph's dealers. All right, Ricky. Uncle Ralph is going to go upstairs and get his fix. Wait for me by that payphone. This is where Ricky gets traumatized. 20 minutes later. Hi there, little boy. Want to take a look at this? 1 hour later. Want to buy a timepiece? How about some chronic, fatty? 4 hours later. Can you wipe my ass? Kid, I like your ass. Oh my god. Sorry about the wait, little buddy. Let's fuck off back to my place. Ralph's place. Ninja Turtles ain't on, but this movie has a good turtle scene in it. Cannibal Holocaust. Got Deep Red on top of the fucking player. Mad Maniac. Daffy's dick. BBW ass. Fulci. Do you think that pink shit is his liver or spleen? I don't know about you, but this flick is making me hungry. I think I'm going to warm us up a couple of cans of ravioli. And after the movie, I'm going to show you how to roll a blunt. Then we're on the first check day. Where's my fucking check? This is a goddamn outrage. I got bills to pay, Smack to score, and little Ricky's Game Boy is still at the pawn shop. Yeah, hi. Is this the welfare office? Look, lady, I'm calling because I didn't get my check. Post office is on strike? Those lazy cocksuckers. I'm going to go downstairs for some fresh air. I'll be right back. I'm telling you, Skylar, we should need to come to the shit side of town to get dope heads to buy us booze. Look, here comes a junkie now. Ask him. Hey, mister, can you go inside the beer store and grab us a case of Booze Hound malt liquor? Why not? You kids seem like God-fearing choir boys. This seems to be only enough cash for one case of booze. Yeah, we only want one case. Well, look here, you silly little fucks. Nothing is free in the East End. Why don't you hand over your necklaces and wallets and I'll pretend you didn't insult me. I'm sure if you drink some milk, your teeth will grow back, boys. Love that. Back at Ralph's. Good news, buddy. I ripped off a couple of rich cunts. So put on your shoes. We're going to the pawn shop. Ralph's to-do list here. Eggs, milk, pussy, and dope. There you go, Ralph. $5,000 in cash. First real diamonds you brought in since the fucking 70s. And more importantly, the kid's Game Boy. There you go, Ricky. Thanks for being a good sport. Let's get you a fresh pack of double A's and then we can go get some burritos, eh, pal? Little Ricky. That's like the cutest drawing of Ricky I've done so far. I'm glad I'm watching Little Ricky. He's a funny fucker. He even talked me into quitting hard dope, except PCP and Coke. I wouldn't give up dust or blow even if he had 2 cases of booze and an endless supply of cunt. Fuck, dude. Next, we've got Filthy Ralph is out on parole. Yes, he is. I need a quick sip of water. Fucking mouth is dry as a bitch. Well, I better chug down this last brewski. After all, I got that meeting with my parole officer in 15 minutes. Pretty sure she won't mind if I'm a little late. Oh boy, I should take a leak while I got the chance. Booze Hound presents Radioactive, Raise the Dead, 187. I had to put a bunch of like little funny stuff. In the bathroom taking a leak with 187 on the ground. Shit, needles, cigarette butts, his greasy cock with scars. Macaroni and Dope, which is a title I use for one of my zines. Ralph jumped into the front seat of his 1970 Pontiac GTO. He started the engine and Black Sabbath's War Pigs began playing at top volume. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh, Lord, yeah. Big ass chick. While stopped at a red light, Ralph had his attention stolen by a super juicy big-assed hooker. Oh, damn. 45 minutes later at the motel with a guy sleeping in the fucking dumpster. Now that was some grade A pussy, baby, but listen, any chance of getting a discount? I'm pretty much broke till welfare comes out. Whoa. If you don't put $250 in my hand in the next 10 seconds, the only thing broke is going to be your motherfucking jaw. Go ahead and break my jaw. I'm so drunk I won't even feel it. Look, best I can do for you is a ride to the abortion clinic and the $12 worth of empties in my back seat. Hands up, scumbag. Your 25 minutes ended 25 seconds ago. That is an additional $10, sucker. Now put some green in. Now give me some green before I show you some red. Wait a second. Robocop's on the fucking TV. Ralph, is that you? Johnny motherfucking Joy's my old cellmate. Que pasa, homie? One sock and leopard panties. I never thought I'd see your ass back on the streets, Vato. You smuggled more dope and porno mags into the joint than 10 corrupt wardens combined. When did you make parole? Parole? Ah, for fuck's sakes. I love this TV. The following film is a porno. I'm an hour late to my parole meeting and I've already missed the last 5. I'm sure she's going to violate my ass. Plus the traffic is going to be fucked. Don't worry, essay. I got the shit that'll make you fly across town. I'll spring for the pussy this time, Ralph, but you better be back on check day. Now try this. Ralph takes a nice snort and he's off like the fucking races. Now across town. Here you go, sweetheart. Have a good day. Say hello to your grandma for me. Oh. Eat your cone. Got an extra smoke, kid? Jesus H. Christ, you trying to kill me, kid? This is a menthol. Hey, asshole. Look at his fucking dick. That's fucked, dude. Oh my god. What the... Boom. Cop punches his ass out. Sleeping. He's sleeping and the buzz is buzzing. Or the fly's buzzing. Outside of the Rex Penitentiary, Filthy Ralph gets his mugshot taken. He's in his cell. Shitty toilet, fucked up bed. Old dirty fucking one-eyed patch guy. Hey Ralph, I thought you made parole. It's a long story, buddy. Who's running the show since I've been gone, Ziggy? That prick Gasper Gomez. He doubled the cost of dope and tripled the cost of porno. Que pasa, puto? Huh? Boom, right in the fucking neck. I love this panel. This panel is usually on the live streams in the bottom corner. Here's your fork, Ziggy. Go ahead and finish lunch. Gee whiz, Ralph, that was fucking wicked. Here I am, back on top, pushing dope and fuck books. God damn it, Grandpa would be proud. Extra, extra, the new issue of Cream Pie is in, only $5. Well, folks, it's been a trip. I'm up for parole in 666 days. Fingers crossed. Ha ha ha. Cream Pie with the all-anal issue. The end. And his code right there, 655321, is the number Alex had in Clockwork Orange. Now, after I did those minis, then came Vomit Coffin, which is definitely, I consider, my masterpiece. I'm going to sit down and read this because I'm standing here for fucking half an hour. All right. So, this is actually based off the scene in Evil Dead 2, because this is essentially the Freak Brothers crossed with Evil Dead, I would say. So, this is from when Henrietta busts out of the ground. And it's like a stop-motion little effect. Okay. So, legend has it, it was written by the Stoned Ones. Vomitus Loculis. Roughly translated, Vomit Coffin. The book served as a passageway to the psychedelic evil trips beyond. It was written long ago, when the rivers ran yellow with piss. It was with this piss that was used to ink the book, and in the year 1992 AD, the book disappeared. Special thanks to Sam Raimi and the cast and crews behind Evil Dead 1 and 2, dedicated to Zeke, who, may you always be by my side in the studio. Obrigado. Written and drawn by Ricky Paradis at Videohomicide at Cinema.187, printed in London, Ontario, Canada. Alright, fellas. The cabin is just on the other side of the creek. We can leave the van here. Ain't no pigs around these parts. Chico, here, it's your toke. Okay, Ricky, you take inventory. Booze, check. Smokes, check. Dope, check. Food, check. Stack of porno, check. Beaten off the license plate. Sort of an homage to Jeepers Creepers with eating you, beating you, whatever, beating off. Fuck. There's our boys. So let's call this hotbox the first of many, boys. The cabin is going to look like a Cypress Hill concert before nightfall. Ricky, Chico, cheers. So you got I love all those stickers on the back. They're all in reverse. Not too fucking shabby, eh? Apparently it's built on an old graveyard for murdered orphans. I guess that's why the rent is so cheap. Oh well, it'll take more than a few thousand corpses to ruin my vacation. As the boys were settling in, Chico made a shocking discovery. Hey Ricky, Chico's already into the skin books. And he's back there pissing. Haha. This ain't no porno, Ralph. You guys gotta check this out. It's fucking sweet. Looks like the last renters forgot to put this board game away. Chico, why don't you find a box for this shit? Ricky and I will look for firewood. Chico goes downstairs. It's getting dark as piss out here. Let's head back before Chico smokes all the hash. Chico's in the basement. Starts reading out of that fucking book. Oh, fuck. Kanda Stradamontos. I love that fucking page, man. Ah! Get the fuck away from me. Help, boys. It's trying to fucking kill me. Ha ha ha. Poor Chico. He still can't handle acid. If he ate it all, I'm gonna come on his gravestone. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hide the dope stash. I only brought 2 pounds of reefer and it has to last 2 days. This, like, classically, like, already cut, perfect size firewood they got. Ha ha ha. Need some rum to mellow out, Chico? Chico? Cocksucker, that better be blood. Chico, I swear to Christ, if you ruin my bottle of ketchup, I'm making you walk to the gas station to get me a new one. Let me taste it. Phew. Thank fuck it's just blood. He must have gotten so high he bit his fingers off and hid in the cellar. Chico, so you want to play hide and seek, huh? Bzz, bzz, ha. Dropped your lucky hash pipe, asshole. I've actually just used this pipe again in my Beavis and Butthead comic. And this right here, so you want to play hide and seek, is a reference to Leprechaun when he goes, so you want to play hide and seek, huh? Oh my god. Here we go. Someone's in my fruit cellar. Someone with a fresh bowl. And there's sort of like the zombie, or like sort of like Dawn of the Dead, but with zombie, Evil Dead reference. Like, it's just, this was a blast to draw. I can't lie, dude. Yeah, dude, it's me. Let's go upstairs and party. Fuck, it smells like rotten snatch down here, man. Chico 100% needs a drink. He's looking like a melted prick from RoboCop. Ricky, can you pour us a round of shots? I'll grab a mop and bucket for the blood. Oh my goodness. Suck this down, Chico. My grandma fucked the guy at the liquor store for this bottle of scotch. Fuck! Like, pukes in his mouth. Fuck! I love that. Barf, puke, barf, fuck. Down the stairs he goes. And I love this, like, little, like showing that he's fallen, like his sunglasses hit the dirt, or, like, went up in the air, the fucking fly going. Damn, I couldn't find a mop, but I found this badass chainsaw. What's the shoddy for? Fucking Chico's got the pump action. Kaboom! Way to go, jackass. Who's gonna roll the fucking dope now, huh? Join us, you filthy bastard. I love this little shot of Ricky in the basement. Chico, shoot his whore. Murder that fucking bitch. Have you lost your fucking mind? What about the orgy? Be reasonable. She's innocent. No, boom, blows her head off. Susan! I cannot believe you did that, Chico. That act of greatness just earned you the job of washing the skid marks out of my shitty drawers. And they stink. You guys are acting like ancient Kandarian demons. I'll fix that. Starts the chainsaw. The PCP lace cigarettes Ralph had been smoking sent him into a frenzy. Oh shit. I'm afraid the only way to get Susan's revenge is through the act of bodily dismemberment. After the decapitation, Ralph got the fellas calm enough to start the drug fest. I didn't come here to kill you guys. I came here to do drugs and eat corn dogs. So let's raise our drinks, muchachos, and let the sin begin. That's so funny. This right here is based off like that photo of Aleister Crowley. The next 13 hours were fueled by peyote, malt liquor, and satanic worship. The first wave of the trip was a mostly harmless, cartoonish exploration of hell. The second wave had landed the boys on the doorstep of Satan's Circus. Oh fuck, man, I think I'm starting to get the fear. Satan's Circus. This is like based off like a old carnival entrance to like a whorehouse. Or not, like a horror, like a horror haunted house, not like a whorehouse with broads. The third wave made Ralph puke after he lost his rent money in a dice game to the demon god Pazuzu. Why don't you spend that dough on some fucking trousers, pervert? And he's got his vomit sack. The fourth and final wave was also the most violent. A pair of demons decided to cook the boys in a cauldron of liquid LSD. I can't forget the ketchup helps the meat fall off the bone. I'm so high, horny, and hungry. And he's like, laughing. This is sort of like Evil Dead 2 when he's in the puddle, 4:20 p.m. What a trip. I feel like a new man. I better go check on the fellas. This corn dog has a little bit of a rotten smell to it, but hell, it sure tastes good. Hey guys, come have a balanced breakfast. Red rum, red rum. Nah, man, we drank all the rum. Got some tequila, though. And down here, Gusto's is like a local pizza place. You guys holding each other's cocks in there? Ha ha ha, red rum. I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul. Swallow this, pissing on him. Ha ha ha, gross. Enough pissing around. We gotta get the fan packed and split. Enough pissing around. Oh my god. That cracks me up. Headed back to the ghetto, man. No, headed back to the ghetto. Man, what a great vacation. I hope the boys had as much fun as I did. I snagged this book as a souvenir. I'll flip through it while I take shits. Hopefully there's something to jerk off to. Ha ha ha. It's got like the Evil Dead book with his hand sewed back on and Chico's head sewed onto the fucking blow-up doll. By Ricky Paradis 2024. And then this right here was a one, like, it's actually the... I believe this is the centerfold of the comic, Cinema 187 issue 6 rather, based off like Dr. Satan fueling LSD directly into Ralph's brain while he's drinking and his buddies are getting fucked up and eating cereal in the back. And then this was the original idea of the cover. But I couldn't fit vomit coughing on there and all. I just decided, you know what, fuck it, let's do this. So finally we have the Beavis and Butthead comic where they meet Filthy Ralph. This is a cover that is based off of the peyote scene in Beavis and Butthead Do America. And I really love the way this little TV area turned out. And I love this dude. But, you know, I had to do a solid on the cover. I knew that. So here we are. I first discovered the boys while hunting for comics at City Lights bookstore in downtown London, Ontario. My dad took me there often as a kid. While he would dig through crates of dusty records, I would stare at the bagged copies of Mad and heavy metal magazines on the wall. I can remember the exact moment I looked up on the shelf of VHS tapes and picked out copies of Work Sucks and Law Abiding Citizen. I was instantly hooked and was asking my dad to take me downtown to get Beavis and Butthead tapes every chance I could. Beavis and Butthead meet Filthy Ralph. Beavis and Butthead created by Mike Judge, of course, I had to put that there. So here we go. Ha ha ha, that peyote we ate earlier is starting to give me the fear. I need to do something extreme before I freak the fuck out. Your toke, Ricky. There's the pipe from fucking vomit coughing. Give me a sip, fart knocker. No way. I bet I could get these two butt wipes to play lookout while I rob the store, Ricky. Pass me a piss bottle from the back seat. Check it out, Beavis. It's Filthy Ralph. Yeah, cool. Hey, you fellas want to earn a bottle of this homemade toilet bowl gin? Just watch for cops while I rob the store. Deal? Yeah, robbery's cool. Whoa. Fucking Ralph busts in the store. Freeze, cocksucker. Kindly fill a bag with cash and smokes or I'll shoot your dick and balls off. We got St. Rooster cigars over there. We got the New York Ripper, Deep Red. I love that panel. Pawn Mills on his hat, which is a neighborhood in my city. Mind if I borrow this tape for a second? I love this. It's sort of like the cash, the bag, the close-up of him seeing the camera, the tape smashing. Gotta have the Fulci Lives sticker on the TV. I saw that he hits the silent alarm. I saw that, you rat. I wasn't gonna harm a hair on that greasy mop of yours. But since you want to be a hero, I've got no choice but to be a horrible cunt. Attention all cars in the East End. We have a silent alarm at the corner store on Hamilton Road. Gotta be some young punks causing shit again. Oh, I'm ready to boot fuck me some bastards. Car 666 is en route. Drinking his whiskey. Sort of like an homage to like me and my brother. If you know me personally, you'll understand that. Boom. Fucking blows his head off. That was cool. Yeah, his brains look like the inside of my stepsister's panties. Ha! If you fellas see that fucking head come apart, thanks for being lookout. Have a carton of smokes to wash down that booze. What the hell, take this pistol with you too. Chicks love guns. Beavis, this is the greatest day of our lives. Come on, Ricky, let's fuck off to the arcade. Cops will be here any second. And one thing I gotta point out is Butthead's shirt says vomit coffin and Beavis's shirt says blood drunk. It's a fucking bloodbath in here, Johnson. Radio for a body bag and a mop. Freeze, you rotten little fucksticks. Put your murdering hands up and spread your legs before I put a fuckhole in your forehead. Now. You said spread. Yeah, and then you said fuckhole. Whoa. The end. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making that, man. And you can tell, obviously, like, comparing this to, like, the first issue of Filthy Ralph I feel like I've gotten, the skills have went up, you know what I mean? The hours put in have paid off. Taxi driver. Break her bones, eat her ass, slit her neck, but hey, no rough stuff. Fucking Ralph. Or Ricky. Shogun Assassin. Choose the booze, you get drunk with me. Choose the sword, we get really drunk and raid the whorehouse. Cannibal Holocaust. Ricky, you barely touched your fire-roasted snapper head. Want to trade for these boiled frog hearts? Halloween. Holy Christ, Dr. Loomis, that cocaine I sold you is super strong. How much did you snort? 6 lines! I did 6 lines! I love this Blair Witch Project one. Witch Project. No text needed on this one. I love the way this one turned out. Oh my god. Ricky's face is just priceless there. Lost Boys. You're eating maggots, Ralph. How do they taste? Not bad. Need soy sauce. Jaws. Here lies the body of Filthy Ralph, died drunk as fuck inside a shark's mouth. My blood will coat the coral reef. My piss will stain his rotten teeth. He's got a bottle of gut rot and a tank of LSD and a tank of PCP. Oh my god. One thing I've sort of experimented with this, like, recently is having a fly coming off of the cigarette. You know, and not doing, like, solid lines, but doing sort of, like, dot work for the smoke. Finally, we got Deep Red. This is actually screened at Imagine Cinema last night. Hurry up and... I was at work. I would have went otherwise. Hurry up and die, you bimbo. Little Ricky likes to take a bath before he drops acid. Love that shit. And here's just some random fun stuff. Shout out to Sawblade 666. That's his character, Terror Rat. And that concludes the Beavis and Butthead comic. So, you know, I really got to say that over the course of, since 2021, when I started this, you know, mission to make comics, I never thought that it would get this, you know, get this far. But, you know, lo and behold, here we are. We got fucking 9 issues of Filthy Ralph in existence right now. And I'm about to start work on the 10th one. So I appreciate everybody for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the journey of Filthy Ralph so far. With that being said, leave a 666 in the comments, and adios.